Right, I think today's video is going to be a bit of a mashup of a few different things. I've got some footage from a Jumble sale that I need to actually show you because it was probably over a month ago now that I went. Got some nice things, but the format in which I recorded that video, I did the pickups and I was going to come back to the garage and go through the stuff, and I still haven't even gone through the stuff. That is, you know, I have been telling you a little bit at the moment just how much stock I've got, which is great because I'm really cracking on with it at the moment. And another thing I am doing is focusing on some of the big items. I'm going to show you some of those that I'm photographing right now. Got a couple out in the garden right now, which I'm taking some photos at the moment. And then I also went to the charity shops yesterday because I didn't get a video out yesterday. The plan was to get a video out of it, but I was only in the charity shops for an hour and there wasn't enough in there really to create a whole video out of it. So I will just plonk it into today because I've got some nice things. Where's one? Oh, I don't know where I put it, but I'll show you it a bit later. Got one really cool piece of wallpaper which could be worth a little bit, and a couple of items of clothing as usual. But yeah, let me take you outside now and just show you a couple of the things that I've been photographing. Now I should have probably done a before on these, but I mean the transformation wasn't that drastic. But I picked these chairs up. It occurred to me that these wouldn't have appeared on YouTube. I think they only appeared on an Instagram story. Didn't even do a reel on them or anything, but these had a little sticker, and if I find the story I'll pop a screenshot up. But there was a sticker stuck here saying £2 each for these like bentwood chairs. So naturally I said yes please, and I took them both. There's some online that I found that appear to have sold for well over $500. But yeah, not too sure where I'm going to price them at yet, but I gave them a bit of a brush down. Came out really nicely, just with a dustpan and brush, just brush all the dust and bits and pieces off over them, and then gave them a quick little bit of teak oil. I buy this stuff from Toolstation, and yeah, it just gives the bit more vibrance to the wood. Looks nice, and at the moment it's a pretty nice day to be out here in the garden photographing, so can't complain. Hopefully do pretty well on them. And then I'm going to get this thing photographed, this Sholly 2000. Picked it up only at the weekend, so I have a tendency of picking up these big items and then just not photographing them. Like those chairs just sitting there for ages, and obviously it should be of a higher importance to get rid of the big items, the bulky things that are taking up your space. So I'm going to make more of a focus of mine to get rid of the bigger items first. Got those bamboo tables over there obviously that I bought at the weekend as well. They need to get photographed, but I do think they might need a little bit more oil in and let it settle, and maybe just do a bit more, maybe wax on there, but we'll see about that. And the other thing that I thought it might be worthwhile showing is I've transformed this area a little bit. Still a bit of a way to go, but I'm not sure. I mean, there was a lot of stuff up there as well. Obviously this is a garage, so I do have garagey things in here, but I had a lot of garagey things up there like screws and tools and stuff, but I'm sticking it all out in the shed. And what I did have down here was this desktop PC. Now I've had a desktop PC in my life for probably pushing 30 years. I first got one for my 9th birthday. I think I got a PC, and I've always been big into PCs ever since then. That one I built probably about 10 years ago. It's had a few upgrades: processor, RAM, graphics card, of which that one on the floor there, I'm pretty sure I paid about 120 quid for that graphics card, and they still seem now, about 3-4 years later, to be fetching about £140. So obviously the crypto boom and things like that saw money in video cards really increase. But yeah, it's a 1070 Ti. It's still a high performing graphics card. Even in today's standards, it will still handle 4K, it'll game pretty well, that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's still quite well sought after. So I'm going to strip the desktop down and just have this work area now as a laptop. Still got my trusty Q acoustic speakers. I think I might keep the telly because it's handy for, this can become like a bit of a testing station. I've still got VHS players and things like that to get cracking on with. I might just put a few more shelves on here, get this stuff off the ground. Considering putting this photo box in this space, so I might even lift it up a bit more. But yeah, we shall see. Me in a telly. But yeah, that's where we're at now. Going to get a few more of these big items out the way, create a bit more space, because you know we've still got a lot of stuff to be cracking on with. Good stuff. I'm not sourcing, although I did go to the charity shops yesterday. That's because they're my locals, like 5 minutes from me, and they're right beside the post office. So I thought, I haven't been there in almost a month, I'm gonna pop in there, which you will see in a sec. But other than that, I'm not having any big sourcing days this week. I will go to the boot sale tomorrow morning probably, but I'm just sticking to boot sales at the moment. No charity shops needed at all. But yeah, I'll stop rambling now and let's go and look at the charity shop footage that I filmed yesterday. Well, it's been a while since I've been to these charity shops, and when I say a while, I'm talking probably about a month. And these are my like locals, less than 5 minute drive from my house. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, all on a little kind of industrial estate as such, mixed in with a co-op and a pound stretcher and some other bits and pieces. But they can be quite fruitful. One is like a homewares and different bits and pieces. They then have a couple of units down, a big clothing one, which is not the best. One around the corner, which is very hit and miss. Their prices can be pretty high, but they also have some quality items, so you can balance it sometimes. You have to pay a bit more, but you might get some good stuff. And then one across the road, which is a bit of everything, but it's a huge unit and can be a lot in there. But like I say, it's been a long time, so certainly what I'm going to see is going to be pretty fresh. I think it's not going to be the stuff that I will have been seeing over and over again like I may do if I come in here quite regularly. So I'm looking forward to it. Let's get in there and see if we can find anything. This little thing has caught my eye. It's a little bit battered, but pretty cool little thing. Pull out table there. I don't know if it's got any markings on it, on maker or anything. So, pull this out. Anything under there? I can see. I wonder if it's on the underneath. Oh, look at these joints here. You can see it's pretty well made. Quite nice. This also looks pretty cool. Robert Grant of London, made in England. £2. There's only a quart swing on the back. Japanese movement, but I think a solid wood wall clock like that, it's going to be worth more than £2. Right, so grab that clock for £2. Now doing the old Google lens on this, there's some pretty crazy amounts being asked for very, very similar, but I just don't think the condition of it is good enough. It's got a lot of dinks, a lot of knocks. It didn't have any like this Bradley furniture one here, another one up there, might be the same one actually, but asking quite a bit of money for this Bradley furniture, and this didn't have any maker's mark on it, so I think I'm going to swerve it. What's this one? How much does this go for? £50. Oh, that's not even it. I hate when it does that. You see a picture, then you press on it and it's something completely different, but yeah, I think I'm gonna swerve it. So this t-shirt from the band The Arrows, bloke called Alan, with its stains all over it, has now been here since February. I see this every time I come in here. You do not know how tempted I am to buy this and put it on and walk in the house. It is $4.50. Is it worth it? Should I be able to sell it for that? I think it's got to come home. Hiya.
Hello. Where are you going?
I know, definitely not what I expected to buy when I came in the shop today. You never know what you're going to find. I'm going to put it on and walk in. See what my wife says.
I thought we had Pride weekend last weekend. I thought that passed.
I am walking in the house wearing that. Absolute charity shop staple. How much are they asking? £1. It's not bad. Right, it's been a while since I picked any wallpaper up that some can fetch silly money in this. Joan Churchill, London, Paddington. Just did a quick search on it and it was big money. You can't get it anymore. £4 for a sealed roll. It's only one, but it could be a risk, but £4 is probably worth it. I think I'll take that. This is the shop I was returned to and prices. Next t-shirt, £4.50. Spirit of the Andes, £3.50. Not everyone likes picking deal up, but £3.50. Very nice. Sometimes takes a little while to go, but gets a pretty good price. And that's good condition. So there we go. They was the charity shop pickups. I did say I was going to show you this. Done a bit more looking into this now. Jane Churchill Nursery Tales, London, Paddington, 2011. It was £4, and obviously Paddington is a very highly sought after thing, anything Paddington related. But this, I did find it on a couple of websites. It's unavailable now, but when it was available, it was like £60 odd a roll, I think, maybe even more. I'll put the screenshots up now, can't quite remember. But you can't buy it anymore, so obviously, what is that? 10 by 10 metre roll, so you've got a fair bit in there. You're not going to be doing a whole room with it, but if someone wants to do a project or something with that wallpaper, then it might be handy to have that listed on eBay so someone can buy it. And also, like I said, we're going to shoot back pretty much a month, and I'm going to show you some things I picked up at a Jumble trail. So there's going to be so much in this video. Maybe it's going to be a bit of a longer one. Most of the videos I've been putting out recently are quite short because obviously they were pretty much daily. And then I'll come back to the garage and we'll see what they were. Hello guys, I am about to hit a Jumble trail. Excuse my voice. If you've seen my previous video, which probably came out before this one, it's the same day, it's just later on, and my voice is ever so slightly better, but not really quite there. But yeah, I'm at a Jumble trail. I really enjoy Jumble trails. I haven't been to many, I think probably 4. Sorry, just checking something. But yeah, I think I've been to 4 Jumble trails. I've been to this one twice, but yeah, it starts pretty much now. I've already driven past quite a lot of houses, so I'm going to park up here, go for a little walk, probably come back to the car, drive to another spot and walk around that area, because there's a lot of houses that are doing it. So really looking forward to it. Going to get out there, the sun is shining, it's going to be a lovely day, go for a little walk and see what we can find.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Hi, Rory.
Oh, hello. You alright?
Morning, you right? Are the clothes different prices? Sorry, I've got half a voice. Are they different prices, are they?
All I know, so most of them, so the black Carhartt, is it Carhartt?
Yeah, there's a car jacket there, yeah.
So you're not even interested in that one, are you?
Yeah,
That's
potentially.
25, and the yellow one next to it is 15.
Yep.
Were there any others you were looking at?
What was another one, I think. There's a, yeah, maybe the zip there.
Oh, the Portsmouth one.
Yeah.
I think you said 20 for that.
Good oak. Okay, lovely, thank you.
That's got your name on it, Val. The trouble is...
You do 10 on the polo?
Go on then.
Yeah. So that wasn't a bad start. That Supreme thing, I think the car a bit too much. But for anyone wondering, I'm in such a lovely place. It's called Coggeshall. Really, really lovely place. Only like 10, 15 minutes from where I live. If you can even hear me. It really does get busy. Lots and lots of people around.
And standards change.
How much are the trainers, please?
Trainers, I would say they would need to be £5.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many people picked them up.
Yeah.
And I think.
Okay. Have you? Mummy will pay for it then. We say thank you.
Yeah.
Do you want a sticker, sweetheart? I don't know if it'll fit everything.
Oh yeah, check it goes over. Should do. It's just
Yeah.
like all through the year. I think. I will never forget about it. I mean, I should really go back up and get some piles of books and things.
As I was walking away, the gent also had this shuffle shirt for £3. £3. So grab that as well. How much is that top, please? Pound, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
How much are the boots?
£3.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
How much is the jumper, please?
That one I've worn once and it was quite expensive, so 20.
20, yeah.
Yeah, but it's
That's
cashmere.
lovely, yeah, no, it's very nice, isn't it?
They again haven't. I don't think my husband's even worn them.
No, if he has, then not a lot.
No. I don't know. Is Ollie here? He's not here.
Put it down to 1 day a week.
30? Probably about.
How much are the jeans, please? Cool.
I'm going to put them in. They're too small for Nova now. So I bought
What's the hat, please?
here he is. They're like the trampolines.
Yeah, I like it. Every angle, I've just come up that road, that's where all those have been. But just everywhere you go, just more stalls. Even down little avenues like this, and I think I've probably done about a third of it so far. So they did this really cool Google map, which I think you can see. I've done about that bit there, I've got all this stuff to go. Right, so I'm back in the car now, ready to do the like the drivable parts of this. So that was the kind of town centre. I don't even know if Coggeshall is a town. I think it's a hamlet. What's a hamlet? But anyway, I've done the central bit and now I'm going to drive about doing the bits more on the outskirts. I've just bumped into Rachel, who is the Thrifting Bean on Instagram and YouTube, so go and give her a follow and a sub. But yeah, really nice to have a little chat there. She actually bought something that I had been looking at and was very tempted by, so yeah, hope she does well on that. Yeah, really nice to have a chat. So I'm literally right now, I'll give you a little sneaky peek, parked outside a house with a stall, and now I'm going to do the rounds on these ones, so let's carry on. Which is a little Ghostbusters set.
Yeah. I think, yeah, it's got the little people there. I think we thought a £5 for all of that.
Yeah. Right, I am back home now. It was a bit of a disappointment, really. The outskirts houses, it was definitely happening. Goodness me. Definitely happening more and more in the kind of central, towny bit. And the outside houses weren't that fantastic. Right, I'm going to get in now. I'm going to let my voice rest up. I don't think I'm going to be able to go through this all right now. I'm going to give it at least a day. Let's see if I can have slightly more of a voice. And then we'll pick up on what I paid for the items and what I believe we can get. Right, so I haven't really watched the footage back to see in what order I picked these up and how much I paid. So I'm going to try and remember. But if not, you've just seen it. You know what I paid. And I'll show you them now to see what we can fetch. So this Tilly hat, you've got to keep your eyes peeled for these. Brand new, I think these are like 70, 80 quid. I'm pretty sure they sell them in Go Outdoors, places like that. But it's a size 7 Tilly hat, and pre-owned, these are like 30 quid minimum, maybe pushing 40, but definitely 30 quid on that, so that was nice. The All Bar Brown jacket, All Bar Brown, just such a great brand to find. Really, really high retail price, very, very strong resale price. This is a really, really nice, pretty sure it was almost my size. Oh, get on. Or was it? Maybe, no, yeah, it was pretty much my size. I think it's a size large, but yeah, really nice linen jacket. What did I pay for this? £8. I'd like to think I haven't actually looked this up, but probably 30 to 40 maybe. Even got spare buttons in the pocket. Really, quite clearly, wasn't worn a great deal. From the same gent, I picked up this shuffle shirt. Now, you may have seen in the video, I completely missed it. It's pretty worn around the collar. You know, verging on threadbare in some parts. So, that's a shame. Oh, it is threadbare when I look at it properly now. So that is a shame because I just did not clock that at all. I only paid £3 for it. In good condition, this is like £30–35 shirt, pre-owned. I don't know about in that condition. Maybe I'll list it at like 15–20, see if there's any takers, but yeah, it is quite worn on the collar, so that is a shame. Picked this up from a lady, she had loads of stuff. Was it 50p or £1? Something like that. But the label is cut off on it. But it was just the design really. It's obviously quite a vintage design going on there. And on the label down here, it's 50% cotton. And it is made in the UK. So that kind of thought, you know what? I can't remember if it was 50p or £1. I think they were 50p, weren't they? At 50p, can't really go wrong with that, can you? And then I believe also from her, got the Miss 60 jeans. So just kind of Y2K styling going on there on these. These seem to be quite sought after at the moment. So again, 50p or £1, can't remember. Hopefully you clocked what I paid. You can't really go wrong. 50p and £1 for a pair of Y2K Miss 60s and that cardigan. Now this turned out to be an absolute bargain. Never heard of this brand. Finisterre, I'm assuming that's how you say it. But because it was made in Portugal and it was merino wool, I didn't even look it up. I just asked how much it was, like a striped hoodie, and he said it's £1. So I thought, with it being Portugal, made in Portugal and merino wool, that's, you know, I'm taking that for £1. Turns out that's a pretty high price brand. So it's pre-owned. There's sales around the 40 odd pounds mark for that. So from £1, that is definitely a brand I will be looking out for more in the future, although I'm pretty sure I've never seen it, but yeah, definitely got to keep your eyes peeled for that. Pretty sure I paid £5 for this Ghostbuster set. This was the very last thing that I picked up. Does work. All the lights flashing and all that kind of jazz. 3 figures included. Okay, that's enough now. There we go. £5 paid. Maybe 20–25. I picked this up on a whim just because it was pretty much the last place I went. Right, I'm not sure how much of that got cut off because my wife came in the garage, but I said I was going to get 25 for this. I may have already said it, but there you go, I'll say it again. Right then, these are pretty heavy, but I saw these 3 cast iron and wooden pans. Now, I'm not sure. See, that's got 6-inch skillet written on the bottom. This has got 8-inch skillet written on the bottom. 13. Has this one got anything written? God, I don't want to drop this on my toe. Bear with, let me put these 2 down. I think there might be something written on the bottom of this. Something house. I think that has got on there. Country house. Country house, that has got written on the top. So I didn't think they had any branding at the time, but a £5 for 3 cast iron wooden handled frying pans, skillets. I wasn't gonna turn my nose up on them. Obviously if they were Le Creuset, something like that, brilliant. Don't think they have that level of branding to them, but a £5, I should maybe sell them separately, I don't know, but I'll pop some screenshots up if I found anything similar. But £5, I think I've done it right. And then arguably the star of the show, which came right at the beginning, my first pickup, first pretty much store that I even looked at. I had that Carhartt jacket that she wanted 25 quid for. And then there was a Supreme polo that she was asking 15 for. Offered 10 and she said yes. It is really nice condition. Long sleeve, kind of like, almost like a bit of a waffly style at the front. I'm almost certain it's legit. I don't think there's any issues in that regard. Supreme New York City, 100% cotton. But yeah, £10 paid and could be looking maybe around the 80 to 100 mark on that. You know, I sold a Supreme hoodie probably a while back ago now. I for I think 120, 140, paid £8 for that in a British Heart Foundation. Yes, you heard that right, British Heart Foundation hoodie for £8 Supreme. Went over to the US, so he paid like a big chunk on top for GSP as well. So yeah, hopefully 80 to 100 on that long sleeve polo. Really, really nice find. And there we go then. I'm going to call the video to an end there. I finally caught up with that Jumble Trail goods, because they've been sitting there in a bag just waiting to be processed. So that's not a good place to be. And like I said, I want to get on top of things now. I've got a free path in front of me. Haven't got any holidays to think about, all that kind of jazz. Just ploughing on with work. And yeah, really good place. Sales at the weekend were not quite as good as how the Thursday and Friday had gone, but they weren't bad. And then we've got a pretty nice load of sales that went out yesterday, just under £200 heading out today. Got some of them ready to go there. Got a few more still to package because they're all over at the unit, so I've got to go and grab those. But yeah, not too bad at all. Things are going nicely at the moment. So thank you for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Probably slightly longer than the last few have been, so hopefully that's good. But yeah, hit the like if you did enjoy it, would really appreciate it. And yeah, hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I think it's about 50% of people that watch the videos are subscribed, so if you could hit that button, that would be awesome. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.